Hey gang, it's JC and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, April 6, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. Great television archives up top, our JC Eye Candy feature right below, and over in the corner the results of yesterday's rock and roll poll question. Here we go. So over the last few years, the Mayor Slave City of St. Louis, has been working to make the city a little more bicycle friendly. So we asked the supercharged question, in general, what's your opinion of cyclists? And here we go. Number one answer at 49%. I'm generally okay with them, but some seem a little overzealous about things. So that's half the audience, half the respondents. This is where it starts to get interesting now, when you start to get into the secondary and tertiary level answers. Number two answer, they're a bunch of self-righteous twerps with a serious persecution complex. Number two answer, big PR problem for the cyclists. That was 21%. Another 14% said they have every right to be there and I'm careful to share the road with them. That's the answer everybody is supposed to give, but it only came in third with 14%. You guys riding bicycles have a major PR problem in this town. And it's not just here either, because I've heard this discussed in other places. 12% have become increasingly irritated by them, and 3% admit to having actually tried to run them off the road. If you're riding a bicycle, it makes me afraid to ride my bicycle. But this is a problem that has been brewing for a long time, and the problem is everybody's so hot about this. If you even try to talk about it at all, people start name-calling and swearing and jumping up and down and organizing boycotts and doing all sorts of stuff. So I don't know. I just asked the question. I wanted to see what the answer was, and I had a sneaking suspicion that it was going to come out like this. All right, let's shift gears. It's Easter weekend. What do you think of Pope Benedict the 16th? Or 14th, or whatever the hell he is. I can't read Roman numerals without my glasses on. Anyhow, yeah, I watched this guy, and I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he's supercharging the Catholics out there. So here's your answers. The new Pope, he's a dud. That's A. B, he's a dud, but to be fair, almost anyone following the charismatic Pope John Paul II might seem a little lackluster. C, he might be just a little old, but other than that, he's still a fine, inspirational leader of the church. Or D, quiet, you godless pagan. All right, please answer. Down in the corner, we'll have results for you on Monday. Jim Marshall, pioneer of the guitar amplifier, has died. Per his wishes, his corpse will be stacked on top of others. Surveillance cameras caught an Iowa man peeing on female co-workers' chairs. What an idiot. That's what the break room coffee pot is for. Newt Gingrich's think tank, the Gingrich Group, has filed for bankruptcy. Newt formed the think tank back when he didn't think that his presidential campaign was going to tank. All right, we have a new survey today, and it is the top 10 excuses women give to avoid having sex. And maybe there's one that's not on this list that you hear a lot, but here's what the survey says. At number 10, I haven't shaved or waxed, and I'm really hairy down there. That's at 27%. Number 9, I'm too full after dinner. Number 8, just somebody pretending to be asleep when they're not. Number 7, I feel sick. Number 6, I'm just not in the mood right now. Number 5, I don't have time. Number 4, I feel too chubby. 3, I have a headache. Hey! Everybody always thought that was the number 1 answer. Number 2, I have to get up early. And number 1, I'm too tired. And while that's going on, in a new survey of Esquire magazine, they asked men what they'd be willing to do if their wife or girlfriend said, let's try something new. Obviously, number 1 answer is to bring another woman in. That's 32%. But that's not what caught everybody's eye. 4% of the guys say the thing they'd most want to do is the devil's three-way. That's another dude in there. 9% of the men surveyed also said they'd be willing to try all the items on the list, including spanking, role-playing, sex outdoors, and yes, of course, the devil's three-way. Half of married people have secret sexual fantasies about somebody else. 29% say they've actually acted on it and cheated. 20% say they haven't, but they might. 2 of the most common fantasies, by the way, are a fantasy about an old friend and someone at the gym. Don't let your wives and girlfriends go work out by themselves. All right, if you want people to pay attention, here is the secret. Whether you're making a website, giving a presentation, or whatever it is, here is the key. Show them photos of cake, a woman in a bikini, and 2 cars about to crash. It's because the most primitive parts of your brain scan everything for food, sex, and danger. And so when you see photos of all three, you can't help but pay attention. I'm working on redesigning my website right now. A girl in a bikini. Trish? Good news. Scientists in Germany have determined that drinking beer does not cause beer belly. Well, what about that? The bad news is it makes you chubby all over. New survey has also found that a lot of us have trouble parallel parking. 3 in 5 drivers have given up and just driven off because they knew they couldn't parallel park into a small parking space. 1 in 4 people have asked someone else to park for them, and amazingly, 4% have even asked a stranger to parallel park their car for them. Matt Lauer, multi-year deal to stay at the Today Show, $30 million a year. By the way, there's trouble in paradise. The word is that he doesn't like Ann Curry and wants to get rid of her. And Keith Olbermann has sued Current TV, breach of contract, $70 million. They're suing back, by the way. Someone is making a movie out of the amazing Bob Dylan album, Blood on the Tracks. That's the one with Tangled Up in Blue. Adam West, the one and only true Batman, got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame yesterday. Autopsy on Davy Jones is in, as expected. Cause of death, heart attack. He had a little of the giggle weed in him, too. American Reunion opening up today. I can't take this movie seriously. The guy's doing a pie. And Titanic 3D, 15 years later, still trying to figure out a way to squeeze money out of that. Saturday Night Live, 2 words. The only 2 words that are important at this point. Sofia Vergara. Saturday night on NBC. And JC's Eye Candy today, I think appropriately. We've been waiting a long time for this. Adam Wainwright is back this week. We thank Bill Greenblatt from UPI for the always amazing photographs, a lot of which we use here on our website. Great shot of Adam Wainwright throwing that curveball, and watch the position of his index finger. When you look at this picture, it's very unorthodox that he throws this curveball that way. All right, back to our rock and roll poll. Please answer down in the corner. We'll have results for you on Monday. But what about this Pope? You got the Easter weekend here, and is this Pope getting it done, or is he not? Let's answer fairly and discreetly, and not discreetly. We'll tell everybody what your answers were on Monday morning. And, of course, Trish Gazelle and I on the Big 550 KTRS every weekday from noon until 3. Smash with us every Friday. How can you miss that? That's it. JC's Daily Dose for Friday, April 6, 2012. A combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.